Welcome to Show Us Your Basement. Once again, we're here. We're not here in person. We're all here separately, but together. It's that time of year. It is Halloween time, spooky season. You know what I'm saying, right, Eder? I mean, you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're all watching horror movies right now. We're all just in the midst of it. Black Phone on its way. We're going to be hopefully talking about that. And that brings a question about what is the best horror sequel. We're going to get into that in this episode. So without further ado, let's hit that theme music.
Planning on stealing something?
No, ma'am, we're not.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep?
What? No. Where do you get off? Just a couple of people who totally got off, bro.
Hey, show us your basement.
What? No.
You know, every time Josh shows up in that part of the intro,
Yeah.
he scares me all the time.
The hay?
The
part?
hey. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Editing it has been kind of like, that throws me off.
Me too. Like the dun 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 and then hey.
Hey. It's a good job. You did a good job on that, Josh. I don't know if I ever told you. You did a great job on that.
I appreciate that. That's
You don't see.
I don't
Yeah.
agree, but I appreciate
Well,
that.
I think you're a great actor, Josh.
I think I'm a terrible actor.
Nah, man, you do a great job.
You're the
is
best.
Is this greatest sequels or sequel?
Sequels, plural. We're gonna
Okay.
throw a bunch on the wall. It's not just like the one and done type of, sort of like what we did with our previous episode where we talked about original horror movies. It's kind of like that. But before we get into it, guys, have you guys been seeing any movies? Have you been watching any horror movies? Getting into the spirit of Halloween? Eric, anything you've been watching or what?
Yeah, actually, I love that question. I have watched a couple of movies. It's been that, like you said, I'm in it right now. It's just the vibe. I had a chance to watch VHS Halloween,
Yes. All right. I'm
and
okay.
I think you guys are all well understand kind of where I'm at with that. It's similar to you with Saw.
Yes. Yes.
This shit's got to stop, dude.
Wait, hold on. Like
This shit's got to stop.
you're
They
done.
need
with,
to. They need to take a break.
Oh.
VHS needs to take a break. They're losing their swagger, and
Really?
they're just I think this one they were trying to kind of add some like funny elements to it. It just didn't stick with me on a couple of them. Like
Mhm.
you see, you guys have you guys seen VHS? Who's seen VHS?
I've seen
Josh has seen it.
First one, but that's
Okay, so you've seen it though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
I know the concept. I know of it. Yeah.
Yes. In every VHS film, there's kind of like there's the story in between the stories that's kind of going on in the background. This one, I didn't understand what the fuck. I didn't get it. Like it was just, I was waiting for this like climax, and it was just dumb. It was dumb, dude. And they squandered a great opportunity to. It's VHS Halloween, dude. Like, it just feels like the first two felt like they had really good creative writing ideas. Like it felt like there was a stronger presence going on behind the scene, and I need to get behind. I should probably dig up who was doing like the producing and the the directing. But man, it's taken they need to give it a break.
How
It
many?
needs to take a couple of years off.
How many are there in the VHS series?
I think there's roughly 6 now.
Damn.
So either way, it's kind of slowly declining, and it's disappointing.
That's
So yeah.
I mean, I'm also not surprised just because I think they churn these movies out sort of the same way that they did with Saw movies. It's like yearly, right? It's like an annual release for these movies.
Yeah, and that's great, but it's got to work. It's got to stick, dude. They're just pulling shit out of their ass now, and I'm like, and now this one was very brutal. Like it was very brutal. Like they were like slaughtering kids in this one.
Oh,
So it was just they
shit.
were really reaching. Some of the stories were just out there. There were some uncomfortable ones, which I'll give him credit. It was kind of uncomfortable, but there's just some like a lack of
An
like
edge. There's no
mystery
edge
behind
to
it. Edge, like the first two had these like really intriguing stories. It was whether they were kind of like a cult
Mhm.
or there was one that had like these aliens like snatching up these kids, but you didn't know it until you got kind of to the end of it, of that particular story. You know what I mean? And it was
Yeah.
done really well, and you couldn't really see the aliens, but you got like flashing lights of them. Just really fun stuff that they were doing. And now it's just like, all right, we're gonna lure kids into this store and kidnap them and kill them. Like, just weird, dude. They just gotta stop, dude. They gotta take a break. But I fear they're not.
Okay. And did you get a palate cleanser? Did you watch anything after VHS
Yeah.
to sort of?
I did. I watched one today called shit, dude. It had such a simple name, and it was shockingly good for just picking a movie. It was on Shudder. It was called. Oh god, it was about dreams, dude. It was about nightmares.
I mean, I can pull up the Shudder app right
Pull
now.
it up. It was really good. Like the way they filmed the way they filmed these like nightmares. It reminded me of like a blend of like
Oh man, there's so many.
Silent Hill, and it was just really well done. I was shocked. I was blown away. It was a weird ending, but it was for just kind of doom scrolling through like a streaming platform and just being like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this, because it was like an hour and 45 minutes. So that was kind of the spot where I was like, okay, that's beyond the hour and a half.
I can't seem to find it.
It's called like Come to Life or something. Anyway, it was good. I would tell you guys if you have a chance to watch it if I knew the name.
Yeah, because we got Shudder for the month just so we can watch a bunch of.
It's pretty good. I think you guys should watch it. It's called.
Oh man, I can't even.
This is embarrassing. It literally just watched it. It's shit. I don't know, dude. I can't.
That's fine. Because I mean, there was another movie I wanted to talk about that off the podcast we had talked about in the chat. You finally got a chance to see Superman, James Gunn's Superman. Eric,
I did, yeah.
What? And you said you were kind of lukewarm on it. You weren't really hot on it.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was.
Has that feeling got even worse as time went on? Or?
Yeah, I'm lukewarm still.
Damn.
I'll say this:
Okay.
Superman 2025. I think it is actually what DC needs. It needs a movie that has a lot of action. It's not dark. It really like felt like more of a Marvel type film, that kind of movie where it was a little goofy. You know what I mean? And
right.
It had like just that kind of lighter side, but I think it actually will probably bode well going forward if we're talking about a movie that needs to reach a larger audience. I think it had that potential, despite it not making as much in the theater as Man of Steel did. I still think Man of Steel was a far better Superman movie, but I understand the direction they're going. I get what they're doing, and I don't hate that. I want it to be successful.
Yeah.
But I just didn't take it as seriously. I didn't like the guy who played Superman. I just didn't like.
You didn't connect with him, huh?
He wasn't terrible. I thought Henry Cavill did pretty well. I don't know.
Okay.
That's debatable. That's debatable for a lot of people out there, but I thought he embodied like a really good, strong Superman. And this guy's, they made him a little bit more like
a Boy Scout.
Relatable. Yeah, he was a little bit weaker, and that's okay, but it just didn't stick. I didn't like Lex Luthor as much. It wasn't terrible, but look, they spoke to an audience. The movie was really like, I felt like the story aligned with what we see in today's political climate. Like we have Lex Luthor and his team essentially using one of the characters, Ultraman or whatever it was, kind of like playing him as a video game. And then there was like a conflict between two countries that to me kind of represented the Middle East. Yeah. And Lex Luthor's like getting involved and meddling with that. Superman's like an alien that is, he's an alien, but there's like some discriminatory things about him being an alien. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it
felt like it.
Yeah.
It felt like it aligned with kind of things we're seeing in our society today, which I think makes it more relatable. And that's why I mean, like, I think it's reaching a different. You could see the evolution of where we're at in society, taking its place in this movie. So I think they were smart to do that because it gives you something that's like real, more realistic, I guess. But
right, more like just trendy, I guess, with the times.
Trendy. It's very in with the times, and so I mean, you could watch it and just think like, I feel like this is happening now, like in our world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, whatever. I'm lukewarm.
Josh, refresh my memory. What did you think of Superman? Did you enjoyed it probably more than Eric, right? Or
I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. I disagree with Lex Luthor. I think that was the Lex Luthor I've been wanting to see in cinema since Bruce Timm's Superman animated series.
Yeah.
I agree with Eric. They did quote unquote weaken him a little bit. I think that the relatability is what they were kind of going for, if I were to assume. Yeah, no, I loved how naive Superman was.
Yeah, that's one element that I really liked. Is just
I loved how he saw the good in everyone. You know.
Yeah, almost to like a fault, right? Which I
you
really
know,
liked.
and to me that is, you know, Superman. You know, so, but what's interesting too is, I do think Man of Steel outperformed Superman in the box office. Do you guys know that?
Really?
I think it did.
Yeah, look
Go
it
ahead
up.
and
I
ask
think Josh is
ChatGPT.
right.
Let's see, but
Check it out.
let me check that real quick.
I may be wrong.
Yeah, I think Josh is right.
I think I was like reading somewhere that it actually did
Oh shit! Hold on.
much better. But obviously reviews have a lot to do with that.
So how much did Man of Steel do?
I think Man of Steel did nearly $1 billion.
Let's see.
I'm looking it up right now. Yeah.
So yes and no.
They're kind of head and head.
Yeah. So Superman.
670 million on Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
So Superman outperformed globally, and then Man of Steel outperformed in the U.S. Am I reading that right?
How much did Superman 2022 do? Or 2025? Sorry.
Superman, I think, did 60 million. 660 million, I believe.
Oh, so I would say Man of Steel outperformed.
616 million.
Yeah. So worldwide, Man of Steel did 670 million.
But does that make for
that was a
make for a
decade
better
ago.
movie though? That's my question. Does it make for a better movie? The fact that Man of Steel outperformed.
I don't think Man of Steel is a bad movie.
Right.
I think it controversial elements in it. And I can see why people disliked it. But I would argue and I would say that James Gunn's Superman's better in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I stand. I feel like James Gunn is for his first attempt at making this like character come to life, his version of it on screen. I mean, you Josh were talking about before this movie came out that like if they didn't get it right, they're done. And they got it right. At least you know it's Superman. So I feel like, is it a good indicator that things are going to go well with this new DCU? Probably. I mean, James Gunn, I trust in him. I know he's going to do a great job. He cares about these characters. The only question is, will there be the same kind of things that kind of bring it down, which is like the studio interference, which I don't think so. You know, you're seeing everything that's happening with the MCU and how they're scrambling to sort of get everything together and bringing back fans, and it's like
kind of interesting too because James Gunn is also was he like VP or whatever? And he's
Something
also
like that.
directing a movie. So in a way, he is interfering. No one can actually interfere with his movie because he's the head guy.
Yeah, he's got his hands in all of it.
Yeah. But what's interesting about James Gunn as well is he actually has so much knowledge about comic books that he'll tell us or show us up on things that you and I don't even know about Superman or Batman and so forth. So supposedly the recording with Superman's parents and what they were saying that was controversial.
Yeah.
It was pulled from an original Superman comic book,
Oh, really?
and people have been asking about it, and he refuses to
To like acknowledge it or what?
acknowledge it. He's like, "It is, but I refuse to tell you," because you know how crazy he is on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, he is pretty active on there. Yeah, that's true. Damn. All right. Josh, have you been seeing anything? Have you been watching any scary movies to get yourself in the mood?
I wish I can say that I've seen like some hard R-rated horror movie that we all love and enjoy. Right now, it was Monster House with my son.
Oh, okay. All right. Kind of
You know,
toning it down a bit, and
we got
yeah,
got got to
all right.
tone it down.
That's fine.
I showed my son Monster Squad. You guys ever watch that movie?
No, I have not. I've heard of it. I know of it.
I recommend it if you're huge fans of like the vintage Wolfman Dracula tape with combination of the Goonies.
Right.
Have you watched the Goonies?
Oh yeah.
I have not.
Right. So you have not watched.
Oh, yeah.
I've not watched the
Weirdo,
Goonies. I know.
Edgar. If you
That's
guys
an
have
older
not watched
time,
it,
Josh.
it's a classic
Spielberg.
though.
Steven Spielberg.
Yep.
It is. It
Is
is.
it? I didn't know that.
Steven Spielberg. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty much Dracula teaming up with Wolfman and the Mummy and Frankenstein and there's these group of kids that have like a club and they quote unquote fight monsters and then it turns out there's real monsters. So yeah, no, I recommend it. It's fun. It's ridiculous. The meme of Wolfman has nards was pulled from that movie. Not sure if you guys ever seen that
I think I've
meme
familiar with
before,
it, yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's a classic. But unfortunately, I'm keeping it PG-13, PG in this household as of yet.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I mean, I think we have Eric beat and you beat because we did see a movie that was pretty fucking gory over the weekend, right? Last weekend.
Yeah.
We saw In a Violent Nature, which is a movie that we've been wanting to see. We've been, hearing about how unique of a premise this is, which is, for those who don't know, is basically just a slasher movie from the perspective of a slasher, and it has a very simple premise. It's about a well, really, it's about what is like a slasher that gets his like burial like spot, not desecrated, but like they take a pendant
Yeah.
from where he's buried, and he comes back to life to go get that pendant back, and it plays out how you think it'll play out. It's just 90 minutes of a bunch of fucking gory kills. I will say this movie has probably one of the most creative kills in a horror slasher I've seen in a very long time. It puts, and now Edgar, don't be offended. This kill puts damn near all the kills from the Halloween prequel movies to shame.
No, I agree. I agree.
It is that fucking brutal. So I mean,
So Edgar, you brought it up last week, and you said that it's potentially an original movie. Is it an original movie?
Did you say Edgar or Eric?
Edgar.
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 I would say so. Yeah.
I think so.
But
Nice.
you're missing the. To me, it's a very slow movie though.
It's very slow paced. No music, no score.
No, yeah,
Just very jarring because every time you watch a slasher, one of the things you don't notice when you're watching a slasher is the score. But once they omit that, you realize just how important it is to have it in the movie. Mm-hmm. And this one, because it's called In the Violent Nature, the score is nature. Mm-hmm. You know, you're hearing like all the birds and the fucking like animals that's roaming around, the crunching of the leaves and stuff like that. That's really all you hear. It's just dead silent. And it's a lot of walking too, from the slasher's perspective. So it's weird. It's like there's a movie happening, but you're just not watching it. Mm-hmm. There's like a traditional slasher in this film, like a slasher movie, but you're not there to see it. You're with the slasher the entire time.
yeah. The killer, you mean?
You know, the killer, yeah. Which is very interesting, but it could also be very jarring for those who are not used to that. You know? But once it gets going, I mean, this shit has some pretty, like,
gnarly
fucking kills. I mean, have you guys seen Terrifier? Are you aware of Terrifier?
Yep.
So you're gonna feel right
Over
at
the
home.
top.
Over the top. Maybe not as over the top as Terrifier. I think Terrifier can really like overdo it.
Yeah.
But this one is like, it kind of hits a good balance of, like, there's one kill where you're staying on the person getting killed for maybe like a good 4 minutes. And you're just watching this person get tortured and killed, and it's like, it can be a turn off, but at the same time, it's like, goddamn. And also, talk about, I have to give credit where credit's due. These guys made the movie, scrapped it, the entire thing, and reshot the entire film again. They had to switch actors for the main slasher like
multiple
8 times.
Yeah.
There was so much like trouble going on set, and the fact that they were so honest about that, like in the behind the scenes, like you get to really see like how transparent they are about the process of making this movie. But what ends up being the final cut, I think is worth watching. I think if you're really interested in seeing a slasher movie like this, but just be warned, it is slow paced, and like I said, there's no music. That can be kind of like, can detract a little bit from it, but if for nothing alone, dude, you gotta watch it for that one kill, and you'll know what kill it is. It is just so fucking gnarly. It's like something out of a Mortal Kombat game. It's really good. So that's what we watched. Did we watch anything else? I know we watched Oculus a few weeks ago. Are you guys aware of Oculus?
Classic.
Yeah, but I've not seen it.
Yeah, it was. We saw it when it came out, not in theaters, but like we have Netflix.
Michael Flanagan, right?
Mike Flanagan. To me, it doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
Does not hold up. Eric, you have not seen Oculus, right?
No.
Do you care about us spoiling it, or?
No, go ahead. You're fine.
Okay. Yeah. So spoiler for like at this point, what is essentially like a 10-year movie. It does have a unique premise in that it challenges the whole like possession, like that sort of supernatural. Well, look, let me back up a bit. The context is that these two siblings come together when they're adults to try to figure out if this like mirror that used to live in their house caused the death of their mom and their dad, like drove them insane. But it's blurring the lines between whether it's the mirror that caused it or whether it was just insanity from the father, and how it like devolves into sort of divorce and cheating and like all this stuff that's happening behind the scenes. And there's a lot of flashbacks when they're kids, and you're trying to like piece together this puzzle of like what happened. Was it the mirror that caused them to go crazy? What the fuck? And as much as I love Mike Flanagan, I have to admit this movie was just not it.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh.
I don't know. I mean, Josh, you've seen it. What do you think of it? When was the last time you seen it?
It's been a couple of years since I've seen it. I'd have to rewatch it again
Mm-hmm.
because I can't see myself agreeing with you guys right now. I think it had one of the best endings to a movie. The surprise factor of the sister, right,
Yeah.
who ends up getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that whole like again, I'm not doing any justice because I haven't seen it for such a long time. The brother's trying to justify himself as well because he was actually put in a mental institution all his life, correct?
Yeah,
For what happened to his mother?
until he was like 21, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they think they're actually trying to like to solve it, and they think they have the mere beaten, but then the sister ends up getting killed, right?
Mm.
But then it's like also again put back onto the brother.
I mean, the ending
Am I
is,
doing it any justice?
no. I mean,
or
the
no?
ending is definitely. I did appreciate the ending. I do like it. It's just everything leading up to it felt, I don't know, just jarring, disjointed. I think.
And that's fair, right? Like,
Mhm.
the execution could be awful. The dialogue could be terrible, which is kind of hard to say about Mike Flanagan, right?
Especially
So
now,
it's
I
like,
think he's
especially
really good.
now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know. I can't say I disagree. I can't say I agree just because it's been a long time as well. But I hold that movie so close to me, and I didn't even know that was a Mike Flanagan movie for the longest time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I
You
think
know?
that I don't know if it's his first movie. I'm pretty sure he's done some other stuff before that, but
Well, Hush was his first movie,
there,
right?
yeah. So it was Hush. I knew there was another one that he just didn't. But I don't know. Oculus just for some reason, I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't for me. I don't know. I can't explain why I just didn't lie with it. But I can see where people are coming from, why they enjoy it. But yeah, just
Actually,
wasn't
you're
for us.
right. Oculus was his first movie.
Oh, was
Hush
it?
came out in 2016. Yeah, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Okay, I also didn't.
I thought this came after Hush.
Damn, no, it came out like 2013, I believe.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah.
Hush came out in 2016. Yeah,
So,
interesting.
so that's what we've been watching. We're watching some horror movies to get into the spirit of things.
I real quick, that other movie that I watched that I saw on
yeah.
Shudder was, just to quickly throw it in there, it was called Come True.
Come true.
So never heard of it. Just watched it. It's
TUM?
interesting. Come True. No, not that kind of come. But it
Oh.
was
Oh.
it was
Get your
definitely
mind
an
out of the gutter,
interesting
Josh.
movie.
Come on.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting.
He emphasized the "you." I apologize. Yes.
It was pretty good. I got to give it credit. I believe it was a Canadian film.
Damn.
But anyway, just wanted to throw that out.
I'm
It's
looking
on
at
Shudder.
it right now. It does look interesting. So
It was very interesting. The way they filmed the nightmares was very, very. I got to give them credit. They did
Googling
it
it
right
right now.
Mhm.
AUM?
AUM.
True. Come true.
AUM?
CUM.
Oh, CUM.
Yeah.
Don't search Josh. I think he's. What are you seeing right now?
Oh, I bet he's
Found
got
it.
all kinds of
Or something.
gnarly things going on over there.
Do we need to give you a few minutes, Josh, or you gonna be good?
Interested in this movie, man. This Humload movie.
I think you're on a different planet, Josh, but that's okay. We'll bring you back down to where we are. Let's get into the meat potatoes of the podcast. This one's a very interesting topic because there's a lot. Well, I mean, there's just a lot to get into. You know, best horror sequel. Who wants to kick it off? Because I feel like I mean I can certainly, but Edgar, you've been the most quiet. Do you want to kick it off again?
Again?
Yeah. What's your best? What do you got?
Well, I keep always bringing it up every Halloween, every chance we get to talk about horror movies. I think even though it's a okay, let me say it's The Exorcist.
I
Right?
fucking knew you were gonna say The Exorcist 3 again, dude. All right, that's fair.
Well, because if it's the timeline, it actually is the sequel
The
to the
actual
first
sequel.
Exorcist. So
So what is Heretic? What's that one about?
it follows the. It's been a while.
No, I'm talking about the second one.
Oh, the Heretic.
Yeah, what the fuck is that
I
about?
don't know. It's been a while.
Has any of you guys seen the second Exorcist? No?
Not the second one, no.
All right. So let's just forget that ever happened. All right, Exorcist 3. That's what we're kicking it off with. Huh?
Yeah, to me, it's a movie I feel like no one talks about a lot. Doesn't get a lot of credit.
I feel like there's plenty of people now talking about it.
Well, now it's getting that traction, you know.
Yeah.
That even the director of the Weapons suggested like that's one of his like favorite horror movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weapons does have a jump scare in it that, to me, feels reminiscent of The Exorcist 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys have not seen Exorcist 3, right?
No, but I'm going to.
I
it's on the list.
was just gonna say,
On the short list.
Yeah.
please definitely watch it. It is a really.
I'm saying like don't expect what the first one did.
No, it's not. It's nowhere near the first in terms of like in your face scares.
Mm-hmm.
It's subtle and it's very, very unsettling. It's very unsettling. I'll say that. But there's also like a cop, sort of like not a cop. I guess it is, right? Like a detective sort of procedural element in the movie. And like, I don't know, man, the acting is just so fucking good too. Like the acting really impressed me. There are moments that are really like get under your skin. There's sort of a blink and you'll miss it moments in the movie in terms of scares. If you look up right now, and I fucking bet you X amount of money, if you put in best horror like jump scares, Exorcist 3 will come up 100%. And for good reason. It has one of the most out of nowhere like jump scares of it's so set up really fucking well too.
It is.
It has this like medium wide shot of this like hospital. I think it's like a hospital, right? Or like some sort of hospice or something.
I think it's a mental institution
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
And it's a static shot and you're seeing a nurse going inside of a patient's room and they come out and it looks very normal and then it happens and it's so fucking effective. It still gets me every time that I watch it, even though I'm like waiting for it, even though I know when it's going to happen. So just based on those merits alone, I think it is definitely deserving of it being like one of the best horror sequels. I agree 100%, and you guys should definitely watch it because it's a great film. I agree. It's a nice pick. Eric, what do you got?
I've got two that are kind of jumping in my head. One of them is going to be pretty obvious. I'm going to go with Aliens.
Yeah, we have to get that one out of the way, right? I mean,
I just don't see. I can't think what just the way that they transitioned from the original, which was very different. The setup was a lot different than the sequel, but to go into the second one and execute it so well, despite it being so different in how they filmed it, with it being multiple aliens and carrying over Ellen Ripley, Sigourney Weaver's character. I just think it's hard to beat that. James Cameron is the king of sequels. I mean, there's another sequel out there that might come up in this conversation that's just in the same category of greatness. So I love Aliens and everything that they did, the way they expanded on the universe, and tested the character on a different way. It wasn't so much about the isolation; it was more about the war and the survival, and trying to save as many people as you can, while eliminating this threat. I'm going to go a debatable route here, and you kind of have to bear with me on this one. I'm going to say Friday the 13th Part 2. And the reason I'm going to go that route
oh,
is this
interesting.
birthed one of the most iconic characters that we see in horror. Jason Voorhees, whether you like
Yeah.
the films or not, you can't mistake him.
That is true.
He's an icon.
It's a
And
nice
it's interesting too, because to go a little step further, I don't want to dive too far into it, but it was the birth of his character, and it was a good sequel. It was a good horror. Those first two Friday the 13th were really good, but the second one birthed Jason. We all know who he is. He's unmistakable. And yet they did it without him wearing the hockey mask, because he didn't get that until the third part.
Yes.
That's
They
when
wore
it
a dagger for his
bad.
head. You know?
Yeah, he wore like a pillowcase
Mhm.
with one cutout on his eye. And so I think Friday the 13th, because it really like opened up a whole new genre of a villain. And what we think about when we think of villains, we think of Michael Myers, we think of Jason Voorhees, we think of Freddy Krueger. He's in that pantheon of villains. He really is.
Yeah.
And so I think Friday the 13th needs love for that, and I think that they created a huge brand with that. So that's
Wow. Those
I'm
are
gonna go
two
with
great pulls for sure. Aliens. I
Just
would never
what's so
thought of that.
unique too is like it does a like to your point 360 from the first one.
Yep.
You know, like you have Jason's mom surprising you doing these kills, right?
Yep.
And then oh look, here's Jason. You know.
Yep.
So yeah,
But
that's actually a good pull.
it was such a great character that they did a crossover with Freddy Krueger, So, which, that was an okay movie for a crossover, to cross over two universes like that. I actually thought they did pretty well when you look at crossovers, better than Alien versus Predator. At least I think so.
They had some
Honestly.
great choreography in like
So-
martial arts when they were fighting each other.
So-
Damn.
You have a vast selection of Jason action figures out there that people love to collect. So I'm going to say Friday the 13th Part 2 was a big one.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a goddamn respect. That's a good one. Josh, what do you got, man? What are some of the best horror sequels in your opinion?
Oh man, I guess I won't go as old as Exorcist 3 and and as Friday the 13th and Aliens. But I Alberto, I think you'll appreciate this, but you gotta respect and show love to Doctor Sleep.
Oh, thank God! Yes, that was on my list too. Doctor Sleep. Yeah.
How many years? Typically, when a sequel waits 20 plus years, I'm not saying that. How long? What's the separation between the
It's
two?
about no, you're about right. It's almost like 20 years.
So anytime
Oh, I think
somebody
it's longer than that. It's
Maybe
probably
even
30
longer, yeah.
plus. I
Yeah.
think The Shining was like in the 80s, and this Doctor Sleep was like in the teens of the 20th century, 21st century.
Anytime you do a minimum of 20, even 10 years to do a sequel, the chances of it being outdated, forgotten, fucked up are a lot higher. To me, this is one of the first sequels that took 100 years to come out and just to crush it. Great story arc, great character development, great jump scares.
There's some really good ones in here too. Yeah.
Well, trauma is a jump scare in this.
Yeah.
When he finds out that when he woke up and found out that girl was dead, right? That she was a ghost. It's trauma
Yeah.
of what he did in the past.
God, man, that's
The kid being kidnapped and being drained, probably one of the most unsettling, uncomfortable scenes, in a movie.
it really is. Yep. And the
But
ending,
that is a movie that I have to watch every year, and if not every year, probably multiple times throughout the years, because it is such a beautifully well done movie.
I also still think it's very underappreciated. I don't know if
I agree.
enough people talk about it. It came out, I want to say 2018 or 2019, I think. This was like during Stephen King's, like, they were just making all these fucking Stephen King movies. You had like It, you had was it oh, I forget it now. It's the one where that lady's like locked up in her bedroom and she's trying to like escape. What's the name of
Gerald's
that?
Game.
Gerald's Game. There was just so much going on, and Doctor Sleep I felt kind of slipped through the cracks a little bit. And yeah, man, not enough people talk about that movie. It's so well done. Like, just the pacing is fantastic. Um, what's the name of the actor? What's the name of the main actor?
Ian McGregor.
Yes, Ian McGregor. Just such a great fucking performance. Yeah, all of it was just so good, and for it to also pay respect to the Shining movie, and did such a great job recreating the hotel, like just top to bottom. This is such a great sequel, and there's very little to like complain about, you know. So I agree.
And yeah, and it is legitimately a sequel, right? Because they have what's his face in it that looks just like Jack Nicholson. So yeah, I never thought it was going to be a sequel to that movie, you know, until I actually watched that movie.
Or a sequel
I
to the
just
book. You know, we gotta give it up to Stephen King. Like that, the fact that he wrote the book, and that did the heavy lifting, I think. So, yeah, Doctor Sleep was a great pull. Do you have any more on deck?
I got more, but let's hear from you.
This one may also be obvious, but Evil Dead 2, I think, is a fantastic horror sequel. I actually just got done watching it not too long ago, and it still holds up, in my opinion.
Good.
It's like horror comedy, but it also, I mean, this like Eric, like you were saying about Friday the 13th Part 2, like this movie spawned one of the greatest horror icons in Ash. You know.
Oh yeah.
Some of the best one-liners.
Yeah, there was a show.
The show too.
And Army of Darkness is a cult classic for a third. I mean, totally different.
Yeah, it's the fact that Sam Raimi could just do. I think Josh, you were saying that like Evil Dead 2 is like the first requel, right? And you're completely right in that they did the first movie within like the first 15, 20 minutes. And then they just jumped into the second one. Like the fact that they could do that, and wow, man, it's such a fantastic movie. The effects were still, I mean, you know, you can tell it's starting to show its age as you watch it more and more, but I still appreciate it. Like it's just,
it's taking a long time though for its age. You know what I mean? And we're talking about the 80s, and we're still like, well, it's holding up. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
It's still holding up. And there's some moments in the movie where I'm just like, how the fuck did they manage to shoot this? Like, this looks still impressive to this day. Like, I don't know. It just, and has really great one-liners, you know? Bruce Campbell, I think, did a better job here than he did in the first movie, in my opinion. Like, out of all the three, I think this is my favorite iteration of Ash in all the Evil Dead like movies. So yeah, dude, Evil Dead 2 is just one of the goats, one of the greatest.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
I mean, Edgar, what do you got?
With the same time era, I think it came 1978.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
Which is Dawn of the Dead.
Yep, there it is. I knew it.
I knew it. We just all know. We all know.
But it is true, though. It's one of the best sequels out there. Considered out of George A. Romero's library of The Living Dead, what do you want to call it? Trilogy or whatever? This one's the one that sticks out the most, you know? Not only with the acting and the and what you know, with the zombies and all that, even the soundtrack.
It's iconic, yeah.
The commentary behind it, and what, you know, with what's it like? I can't pinpoint right now, but like it has a meaning behind what it's trying to say. So it's like a nice little touch to it. It took a long time to make his sequel. I think it was 10 years,
right?
Because of copyright issues and people taking the Living Dead title and making it their own, like a zombie, that Italian film that's supposedly in a sequel to The Living Dead. So there was all this how how do you say, back and forward with George A. Romero working with giving the rights to get back to his Living Dead trilogy that he was trying to make.
What was the next one? Was it
Day of the Dead? Yeah.
All right.
But even the sequel or the remake that came out too was great.
Yeah.
2004. Directed by James Gunn.
Scream 2. Josh, what do you think? Do you think Scream 2's a great horror sequel? Do you think they dropped the ball after the second one?
So a lot of people would tell you yes. I was not a fan of the second one. Personally, I think we can save it for another topic as a whole, but no, I don't think that it's one of the greatest sequels.
It does not even come close to touching Scream.
Yeah, the first movie was so damn good.
Okay.
Like when I think of greatest sequel of all time, it has to stand out and surpass the original. Alien surpassed Alien.
So
Evil Dead 2 surpassed Evil Dead, you know, in so many ways.
That's a good like sort of thought, because it's like, does it have to surpass the original to be considered a great horror sequel, or could it just be a movie that matches?
It has to match. It has to
match.
Like at the piece, right? Because I don't think. I think The Shining is great. I think it's an amazing movie. Do I think Doctor Sleep surpassed it? I think I can argue yes and no.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the right answer, right? You know, because they're not so close to one another. They're different movies in itself. You don't have to watch The Shining to watch Doctor Sleep.
Well, I mean, it's also interesting too, because Aliens did a complete 180 from the first movie in that it was more action and horror than it was like dread and horror. Would you say, Eric? Right?
Correct. Oh yeah. 100%.
Evil Dead 2 leaned in more with like the humor and just like over the top. And The Exorcist 3 also deviated. Like, is that the formula to a great horror sequel? Is just doing a complete 180 from the first movie and just like doing something that's just out of left field?
I think so. Yeah, I think you need to give the audience something different. You need to present like a different menu option for them, and Scream 2 did not do that.
Yeah, I think there has to be some level of like originality to it. When I think of greatest sequels of all time, they had some type of originality of it. Empire Strikes Back had one of the greatest unhappy endings of all time. It was the first, right? Terminator 2, steered away, right? But it was
Terminator
original.
2 was phenomenal.
Yeah, like you now have what was hunting you, protecting you, right?
Yeah.
Which kind of made it interesting.
Well, the villain, not only that, but the villain in the first one, he became the antagonist, then all of a sudden became the protagonist. That they didn't necessarily, they didn't reveal that right away.
Scream 2 does none of that, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can keep sitting here and talking about like the best horror sequels, and I can fire off some more like, that I think matches the original. Smile 2, I think, is one.
Yep, that's a good one.
That it didn't surpass the first one, but it knocked it out of the park again.
I think very good.
See, I think that's different. I think Smile 2 surpassed the first one in a lot of ways by the acting.
Really? Okay. Okay.
By the mind fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
They
Josh
give you
right about this one.
Okay. Let's just be honest. That Smile 2 gave you 10 minutes of hope.
And then they took it all away. Yeah.
And then they took it away from you.
True. Yeah. Fair.
Like like actually, yeah, as we were going around, I was gonna say Smile 2 was probably a great,
Yeah, really good.
one of the horror movie sequels of all time, and I think I honestly would say that it surpassed the first one. Not saying that the first one isn't good.
Yeah.
I think what holds the first one back for me is it's too much like It Follows,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
right?
it's good
Whereas
though.
Smile 2 kind of was like it took something and made it better,
They've like found its
right?
own identities. With like.
Oh
over
yeah,
it.
like
Okay.
you don't even know what, like, let's be honest, what halfway through the movie they make you think that they do a 180 and the demon was like in control the whole time, never killed her mother,
Yeah.
she never talked to her friend, they were never in the car together, she never met that guy, you know, like she was like it was a waste of, not saying that it actually was, but it was literally probably an hour of just nothing.
Stretched out into like
Yeah,
weeks.
it's just letting you know that she's fucked
Yeah.
for an hour,
Fair. That's a
thinking
good one. Yeah.
that she is going to get out of it. You know, that there is some type of hope, you know?
Um,
So,
dude, one that I don't think we didn't even bring up. It's a stealth sequel. Split. What do you guys think of that? Do you think it is a matches? What's the first, Unbreakable, or do you think it is not as good?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
It is a sequel, right? But it is, but Unbreakable is not a horror movie, so I don't know if it's like
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
where I'm
don't-
having a hard time.
maybe that's where I'm kind of
yeah, I can't think of that movie as a horror movie, too, just because
Yeah,
Unbreakable obviously isn't. I don't even think of Split as a horror movie. I hate to say that, but
it's
Yeah.
not-
You don't
not
think it's a horror movie? What is it listed as on Rotten
a
Tomatoes?
thriller.
you're not wrong. I just
Thriller.
looked it up. It's psychological horror, psychological thriller, and horror. So
Okay.
you're not wrong.
Okay.
yeah.
But to me, it just didn't feel like a horror movie.
And that's kind of what.
I have a reach.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, please go ahead, John. Or
Oh.
Eric, go ahead.
Well, I have. We don't need to dive into them, but I have two reaches. These are I'm reaching here.
Okay.
I've got Scary Movie 2. Okay.
Okay.
It's born from horror movies.
It is.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because if we're going to talk about Evil Dead being like a comedy horror, like that's kind of what Scary Movie 2 or the Scary Movie movies are.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm going to go with Jaws 2. I think Jaws is a phenomenal. The first one, like it set the
Wow.
tone for
Okay.
the isolated monster horror. And I think the second one did a great job at using still using the same antagonist of a great white shark, but flipping it with the first one was trying to figure out how to hunt it and kill it, and the second one was we got to rescue these kids from this raft out in the, and it's terrifying. Like if you were out in the ocean, you were dealing with you'd be terrified. That's a terrifying thing to deal with because there's really no way to combat that, right? So I'm reaching. But I do think Jaws has a place in the horror universe. I really think it does. But it's a reach.
Interesting. I completely disagree. Now let's move on.
Hey, it's
look,
a reach.
But that brings up my next question. Is we talked about the best horror sequels. It's very easy for us to praise these movies and talk about how great they are and how they surpassed it. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they drop the ball. What are some of the worst horror sequels that have come out? I mean, Sinister 2 is like, for an example, that shit. Josh claims it's one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and I think he's an insane person. I don't think that's.
No, he did say that.
He said
If you
that.
literally thought I was serious here, Alberta.
You called me right after that, and you were just like, "I'm being serious, man." Sinister 2. I watched that movie. Didn't you say that? You said that, right? You told me.
Yeah, and then you were like, "You're right, Josh. You're absolutely right. It's such a
Exactly.
fucking great movie."
It is not. No, it's not a great movie.
Terrible.
You're putting words in my
Terrible.
mouth. You're putting words in my mouth. I don't know why I had to put emphasis in my mouth. But look, Aliens, great, but then you have movies like, is it fair to say Predator 2? Or is Predator 2 a good horror sequel?
Interesting. I think Predator has a little bit of space to be horror. Absolutely.
Yeah, right?
I think you're right. I think Predator 2 was trying to replicate the first one. They were just trying to carbon copy it, but change the scenery. Because I watched it recently, and you can tell it's done. It's made by the same two guys that wrote and directed the first one. If you go down the rabbit hole a little bit, you'll discover that they were going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger, but James Cameron kind of started whispering in Arnold's ear, and he was like, "Hey, I need you to focus on Terminator 2 because it's going to be a bigger film." So they kind of had to. They had, yeah, well, he absolutely was right. So they had to kind of scramble to create this story without him, and it doesn't hold even close.
Edgar, what do you think? What are some of the worst horror sequels? We're talking about the best, but now what are some of the worst? Halloween 2?
I'm reaching out here too.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2?
Okay, yeah, hold on though.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Rambo Part 2 was not a great horror movie.
Rambo Part
Was
2.
Rambo a horror movie?
Were you afraid of Rambo
Yes.
in the first one?
Well,
Or
we're saying Jaws 2 is a horror movie, and Predator 2
It's a monster.
Edgar's played Rambo 2.
No,
I
actually,
see
yes.
what you did there.
No, you're right. The Rob Zombie's,
Halloween 2?
it's fucking
Just,
It's
as
terrible.
just an aside, okay? Just as an aside, I know I'm kind of veering off topic. What is the worst Halloween movie you've seen? Is it Halloween 2?
Which one? The
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? What is the worst of all the Halloween movies in your opinion? Is it Ends?
Resurrection.
Resurrection?
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes?
Yes.
Karate kicking fucking Michael?
Yep.
All right.
Why?
All right. No, I just want to know what, because you're the big, Halloween fan. I just want to know what's
What
the
about-
worst. I mean, now throwing it to Eric and Josh, I just as an aside, what's the worst Scream movie?
Scream 3.
Isn't that the one with
And
Jane Silent Bob?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Well, the reason why is also, it's rated R, but it's not hard R. The kills are very cringy. It was during a time where I forget what had happened, but they were very sensitive to these like mass murders, and so they kind of
Scaled it back.
yeah, they held back a lot in these kills to the point where it was just extremely cheesy, very bad. It's still not a bad movie, compared to like Halloween's. What was that one? Which Halloween was that? Resurrection.
Resurrection, yeah.
Yeah, this is unfortunately better than Resurrection.
It didn't have Busta
was
Rhymes though.
It had Jane Silent Bob, though. I have to give him that.
Dude, that karate kick scene, man.
God, even as a kid watching that movie, I'm
Iconic.
like, what the fuck?
Iconic, man.
What am I watching, man? It's like, it's Jason X levels of fucking absurdity, dude.
Yeah.
That whole scene, that was terrible.
This is dangerous. He's like rapping when he's like ninja kicking.
If you told me that, I would believe you if that actually did happen in the movie. Did that actually happen in the movie?
Yeah, he went in. No,
Did he bust a rhyme while he all? Okay. Eric, do you have any like worst horror sequels?
VHS Halloween?
Yeah.
VHS Halloween is one. Yeah.
I think actually John Carpenter's Halloween 2.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
Now,
first off,
fair-
John Carpenter didn't do it, but
well, I'm sorry. This Halloween 2, from the John Carpenter Halloween film.
Okay.
I don't see. We're talking about Halloween here. John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween, right? That we're talking about a Hall of Fame movie,
Yeah.
followed up by not a terrible movie, but just it did not surpass the first one in any stretch. It wasn't. It was like a continuation, kind of trying to carbon copy the first one.
I agree.
There was nothing different really about it.
Now, to your point, John Carpenter was not a fan of this movie. Actually,
Yeah, it was. It does not hold even the slightest to its predecessor, dude. Not even close.
So it's like Scream
That
2.
doesn't make it a bad movie,
Right.
but we're talking about the sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame movie, Halloween, followed up by a weak carbon
Sequel.
copy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the trend, right? I mean, you got also Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which I don't know if it needed a sequel. I still don't think it needs all these sequels. I think it was just good on its own with the first one. Well, hold on, Edgar. There's one movie that would. What about you're a huge fan of Silence of the Lambs? Why didn't you put any of those sequels on there?
Because I enjoyed them.
Yeah, what? But no, as great as like the greatest horror sequel.
Yeah.
Why didn't you put them on there?
Because I thought you switched.
Or can you acknowledge finally that Silence of the Lambs isn't a horror movie?
It is in my cabeza. No, you guys switched to bad sequels, so I didn't get a chance to
Talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Saw 2. Josh, you said it's your favorite of all the Saw movies. Would you say it's one of the
is
best?
this bad?
Well, I'm asking you.
I thought we were on that.
Well, I'm flip flopping. But would you say that's also one of the best like horror sequels?
Well, thank you for acknowledging that you went to bad, prematurely. But
Yeah.
no, I would say
asshole.
I think Saw 2 was amazing.
Okay.
I loved the first one, and I was blown away by the second one. Come on, that safe scene that opens up, and then it kind of back tells you everything that's going on, and just give it time and be patient.
I mean, it opens up with the Venus flytrap, not the safe, but that's all right, Josh. I know you're not a huge super Saw fan like myself. That's okay. So
Well, yeah, I
that
don't
one
watch
pass.
it every day, all day. And,
I do. Yes, I do. I do watch them all day. I just got done watching Saw X again. That was great. Talk about great sequels. That's a great sequel.
Glad it wasn't 6. So.
Oh,
All right.
in your
We're
face.
just throwing shots now. Okay.
No, I'm just glad it wasn't,
What else do you guys got in terms of bad? Have you said anything, Josh, in terms of bad horror sequels?
I have not.
So what do you got?
Child's Play 2.
Child's Play 2? Is that what you said?
Stirring the
Who said
pot.
Scary Movie 2.
Uh-huh.
Said Scary Movie 2.
Scary Movie
I said
2.
Scary Movie 2.
That was a terrible sequel.
That was just amazing.
I have to agree with Eric. I think it was a pretty good one.
It was fucking hilarious.
I don't think of it as a horror movie.
Right, it's a reach, but
You
it exists because of horror movies.
I'm teasing.
That's okay.
Oh man, what am I? What are bad? Come back to me. I gotta sit on this a little bit.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we can take most of the slasher movies and say that their sequels were not great. Halloween 2, Child's Play 2. You just I don't know. Is Child's Play? I don't think you yourself have not seen Child's Play 2. Have you?
I did. He gets adopted and fucking.
Is that the one when
Chucky gets
he's in the
adopted, yeah.
military school?
That's part
Military
3, sir.
school.
That's
What kind of
part
fucking?
three.
Part 3, sir. See, I know this.
All right.
Child's Play is underappreciated.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
I think the first 3 were okay. I was a fan of the first one. I think the second one was okay. I think the third one, it got really bad when it got to Bride of Chucky,
Yeah.
But I feel like they're very underappreciated movies, in my opinion.
We're gonna talk.
Like, yeah.
Look, Eric was talking about last week. He thinks that the Blair Witch was an original movie, but there's a sequel to it. Have you seen
Yep,
the sequel?
there is. Good call.
What'd you
And
think?
that's actually really bad.
Really?
Terrible sequel.
So I just googled worst horror sequels of
Hey,
all
man, me
time,
too. I did that same thing.
and it is number 2. Is it on your list too?
Yeah, it's the second one. Yeah.
Wait, which one are we talking about? The one that came out in the 2010s or the actual sequel?
The actual sequel.
Okay.
The one that came out in 2010s was like we won't even talk about that. That one was awful. That one was also awful.
What else is on that list?
What else is on that list?
Yeah.
Well, you did say Halloween Resurrections. You're right on the money on that one.
See.
That's on that list.
Saw 2 is on that list.
Oh, I do agree.
I mean, I disagree. Fuck you.
Wait, Saw 2 is on the list?
The Saw 2 is on the list.
It's not on my list.
We're looking at different lists, I guess, man. The Hills Have Eyes 2. I don't. Does anyone remember The Hills Have Eyes?
Which one? The
I remember watching
That's
the
tough.
remake.
Yeah, because there was a
you use the same list
remade.
as yours. It has The Hills Have Eyes 2 as well.
Yeah.
Remake, which was really bad. It was over the top.
According to IMDb, Maniac Cop is the best horror movie of all time. No, I'm just kidding. Hellraiser Revelations.
I have that movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
You got
wanted
Maniac
to.
Cop?
I do.
How does the theme song go? That sounds like Batman to me. Leprechaun Origins is on here. I mean, I don't think we really care about the Leprechaun movies. Let's be honest.
Yeah, those are terrible.
I'm gonna do a hot take. I actually saw Hellraiser Revelations, and I didn't think it was that bad. To be honest with you,
Really? What you purposely like? You chose to watch that movie?
I did.
What's wrong with you,
I
Josh?
did.
What's going on?
So fun fact about me. It's very similar to Alberto in some ways with Saw. I actually go crazy with the Hellraiser movies. I've seen each and every one of them.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn.
Interesting.
And I can tell you that there are 2 other Hellraiser movies that are worse than this one. So Revelations is actually, I'm going to say it, not that bad as everyone thinks it is.
Yeah, but that's not saying much compared to all the other ones that are garbage.
Well, the first one isn't garbage. The second one's actually not garbage either.
I mean, here's I'm gonna drop a bomb. I've never seen Hellraiser, so
You need to watch it. You need to watch
I mean,
it.
Yeah, I was gonna watch the one that came out recently on Hulu, but I don't know. Do you?
Gotta
recommend
No,
watch
you
it?
that
should watch the original first.
You didn't like the Hulu one, Eric?
I didn't watch the Hulu one. I haven't watched a Hellraiser movie in a long time. The first one's good.
The Hulu one was not bad, actually.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
probably one of the best takes in a long time, I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeepers
Yeah.
Creepers 3 is on this. Not even the second one. They didn't even put the second one on there. And the quote here says, "Forgettable, stupid." That sounds a lot like what Josh said about Barbarian's third act, right? It was forgettable and
You
stupid.
could probably put Jeepers Creepers 2 on that list.
Yeah, I mean, oh, there it is. It showed up.
You could.
It's
Compared to the
on
first
there.
one.
Jaws: The Revenge. Is that the third one, or is that the second one you're talking about?
No, I think that's the fourth one.
Yeah, that's the fourth one. I think that was.
I mean, the third one's not good either.
That's fair.
Jaws Revenge is 4.
Hey, Berto, are you reading IMDb?
Yeah,
I'm like advocating for like Hellraiser Revelations, and it's like labeled the worst horror sequel of all time.
And apparently, you think it isn't. So I mean, shit.
What do I know?
Exactly. According to IMDb's a more credible source than Josh.
What about The Exorcist 2?
It is on there. Exorcist
It
2
is on here.
Yeah,
Is
you
on
can
here
throw
as
that
well.
one in there.
I mean,
What about Silent Hill Revelations?
oh man, let's not even talk about that, dude.
All these revelations.
Right?
Is it a bad movie?
It's fucking awful, man. Have you seen it?
Is it really? I have not. I
It's
like the first
fucking
one.
terrible. The first one is the first one. I mean, it what it got right was the music and like the atmosphere. That I'll give the first Silent Hill movie, and it has a kind of unique premise. But without getting too into the weeds, because I'm also a huge Silent Hill fan, the thing that people love about the Silent Hill games is not the cult aspect of it. They appreciate the ones that are like more
Personal.
And Silent Hill Revelation is all about the fucking cult, and it's a poor imitation of the third game, which is what it's following, and it's just fucking awful. And it's also following the trend of at that time doing all the fucking like 3D shit, like Piranha 3D, Saw 3D. Halloween was gonna do a Halloween 3D. I think that's like the only movie other than Nightmare on Elm Street that like was not touched.
I think everything that was like 3D was bad. Let's just be fair about it. Yeah,
I agree.
Hey, question for Edgar. You know, you say Halloween Resurrection is the worst. What about Curse of Michael Myers?
I kind of like that one.
Are you fucking are you for real? Yeah.
Just because of what it is.
You liked it because Paul Rudd was in it?
Yeah,
or
he's
what?
in there too. Yeah.
His acting debut?
Yep. He was Tommy Doyle.
Now I don't feel so bad about Revelations. You know, Hellraiser.
Jesus. All
Remember,
right.
everyone does label that as the worst, right?
Which one? Resurrection?
The Curse of Michael Myers.
Actually, it's
I've never
getting
seen it.
a cult following.
Really?
I don't think so. I think it's better received than some of the following Halloween films.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We also have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, which is a prequel, not a sequel. I don't know why they have that on here. All the Resident Evil movies are awful, including its sequel. So, I mean, you know, you can throw that in there. Alien versus the fact that they did Alien versus Predator 2, they did a fucking sequel to it. Did you guys watch the sequel to Alien versus Predator?
Regrettably.
Regret, like in the theaters? That sounds like you watched it in the theaters. There.
No, I think I saw that one later. The first one I saw in the theaters. The second one it was streaming, but they were both bad. So I don't even know how. You know.
Damn.
I mean, yeah, sure, yeah, of course it was bad. You know.
Yeah, and then we have Alien to the Third Power. Am I reading that right?
Oh,
That's what
geez.
it says. I don't know.
Hey, I liked Alien 3 a lot more than some. I can understand why it would be on that list, but I when I look at Alien 3, I still think it's a better movie than some of these other sequels. They at least attempted to do something a little different.
And
Eric,
Alien 3 is... oh, no, go ahead. Oh, wow.
Sorry to go back to Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
Jason Goes to Hell is on this.
yeah, that's a terrible movie.
What? I like this.
Terrible movie.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Not good. And then there's the one after it, Jason X. That might be worse.
Even worse.
Jason X is really
Even
bad.
worse. Jason X is even
Gun to your head.
worse.
Jason X or Goes to Hell?
Jason X
Okay.
is worse. It is horrible. Yeah. That might have been like the worst recreation of a horror movie ever made. Like,
yeah.
we're going to try to recreate and reinvent the wheel, and it was horrible, dude. Horrible.
In space.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, come on.
You know, they
Come on.
They seriously did throw talks around about doing Saw in space. You know that?
I know that. 'cause
Get out of here.
That's a legitimate, like, they were going to do Saw in space. So
Are you serious?
I'm
You're
not
not
kidding.
joking.
I'm not joking. They were like, that's an idea that was tossed around. Was like,
Wow.
I don't know if it was jokingly tossed around. Maybe they can correct me,
Has to
but
be, right?
It has to because that's so fucking stupid.
it is dumb. It is really. I mean, anything that you do in space with these slashers is
yeah.
just not just gonna work out.
So what I appreciate about Jason Goes to Hell is it actually had elements from Evil Dead. It had the Evil Dead book in it.
In Jason X?
Goes to Hell.
Or
Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, okay.
So when they're in that final cabin, the book is in there.
Oh, yeah.
And
You're
then
right.
when he gets pulled to hell, Freddy Krueger takes his mask. So
That's the only
it
cool
wasn't
part
for
of it.
Jason Goes to Hell, as terrible of a movie as it is.
Well, wasn't Ash supposed to be a part of it?
Hmm.
Wasn't it
Ash
supposed
was
to be?
supposed to be a part.
It turned into a comic book instead.
Yeah, this was supposed to open like several
Yeah.
other
Supposed to
crossover.
connect all of them, cross it all
Yeah.
over. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
That would have been great.
It's
Yeah, I
kind
mean, so hats off to them for doing that part. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why Jason X was like, I don't even know what we're doing.
Yeah.
all I can tell you is I saw Jason Goes to Hell when I was like 5 years old, and I didn't sleep for days. So
Yeah. I mean, when you're young, it was terrible. Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
remember it, but
you don't.
not really. The only the Freddy Krueger part with him like dragging the mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only thing that I remember of Jason Goes to Hell. So, but I mean
But
that's a
that's
good
what
thing.
opened up Freddy vs. Jason.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So
I think we saw that on my birthday, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we went to the theaters to see that. Yeah.
happy birthday, Alberto.
Yeah.
It was great. I enjoyed it.
Going back to Freddy Krueger and great sequels, I'm actually a huge fan of Nightmare on Elm Street 2,
I thought you were
Freddy's
gonna say
Revenge.
Not Dream Warriors.
I like the backstory and the controversy of the second.
What is the controversy?
He's gay.
He's gay. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Freddy's gay?
So the writer was also homosexual.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
So
there's like
put like homosexual elements into it.
I think there's a documentary in Shudder that talks about it. If
Mhm.
you guys are interested. Yeah.
It's actually really interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I love Dream Warrior. Don't get me wrong as well, but there's something unique about this one because of like, you guys heard me speak before about like art and movies. I do think that there was a message in this movie because for homosexualities and the timing of it, right? And hiding it. I think the writer kind of threw that in there, and I think Edgar to this day he denies it, right? He still denies
he
it.
denies it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he. I think he did. I think he was low key putting in a secret message. Like trying to tell the world of something from this specific movie. So, but yeah,
I
I gotta show a little bit of love for that movie for that.
I have to agree with Josh on that one too.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like I said, there's a documentary on. I think it's on Shudder. You guys, he talks about that whole movie. So,
All right. Do we have any more? Do we have any more on either side? Worst, best. We can throw out there.
the best, I would say, the second Conjuring was pretty good.
Really?
Just in the same aspect and as a Smile, it didn't do anything, but it was like a good It amped it up. It went to 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
what is that? It cut out. What was he saying?
Which part?
sequel?
Oh, The Conjuring 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Conjuring 2.
I agree with that one actually.
I like that.
That's a good call.
Yeah, that's a good one. And also in the same universe, Annabelle Creation, I heard, was also like a better sequel than the first, which is crazy thinking that, Annabelle, which is like a spin-off from the Conjuring universe, people think, oh, what the fuck, what are we doing? First one, not great, but it makes a shitload of fucking money. Then they make a sequel. People had no expectations for it. And then
It turns out to be
it turns out to be actually pretty good.
same thing with that fucking movie,
Ouija?
the Ouija.
The Ouija, Origin of Evil. I
The
heard
second
that was
one
good
was
too.
better than the first one.
Not seen it, but I heard that was a good sequel. I did see Annabelle Creation, and I do have to agree that was a much more well put together film than I would have to assume the first, because I have not seen the first. But let's talk about. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Edgar, we have X from Ty West,
Oh,
and then Pearl
and
and Maxine.
this got worse.
I agree with that. Those are excellent movies.
Really? Edgar just says that they got worse after each one.
Really? You think Pearl was bad?
It was all right. You know, it didn't add anything to it, basically.
Interesting. I think Pearl was maybe on the same level as X in terms of my enjoyment for it, but Maxine I was disappointed by.
Well, it explained why the lady was crazy in the first one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You know, and I appreciated that because it just builds it up, you know, and you know, they were identical to one another. So they're coming out with a third one.
Maxine?
Maxine?
Oh wait, that's already out.
Yeah, I was like, it has
Right.
been out.
So that one's bad.
Yeah, Maxine is not. It's disappointing. I don't know if you haven't seen it, right?
I have not. That one I have not. I've seen the first
I
two.
mean,
Yeah.
if you're interested in just finishing the trilogy, you can go ahead. But I think Maxine was just
Or just watch a breakdown video.
just watch it. Yeah, honestly, yeah, you're not wrong. Watch a breakdown video of it. I think you're better off.
Don't even watch this. Do a breakdown.
I mean,
How about showing some love to 2018's Halloween?
Oh, that is a
of
sequel.
course, it's a requel, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is good.
It's a great sequel.
It is.
I appreciated it. I loved it. So
We know we have an episode where we talk about it. We talk about the trilogy. Yeah, the first one definitely out of that trilogy is fucking just amazing. It spawned all these requels to come out: Scream, Final Fantasy, Final Destination, Bloodlines, right? Like all these movies to come back and give it another stab. It's kind of weird we didn't get to see any Friday the 13th, or not yet at least.
Not yet. It's a TV series now.
It is a TV series, yes. So I'm kind of curious where they're going to go with that. One we didn't bring up is It, Chapter 2.
Oh.
Is that best? Does it match the first one, or is it worst?
I'll say it's matches. It doesn't do anything to elevate. It's the same thing. It's a fucking clown taking care, killing kids.
Taking care of kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pennywise taking care of kids.
I say overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah, I wanted to love It too for the longest time, and I just rewatched it, and it in no way surpasses the original or comes close to the original.
Okay. That's...
Yeah.
I kind of have to agree a little bit. I think it felt bloated. I think that if there's one word I can use, it's bloated.
Yeah, it was too long. It
Yeah.
was the CGI of bringing back the kids again was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just...
But it had so much to live up to as well. Like they had to put so much into it because it is the second part of a fucking...
The good thing about it, I would say, is the casting. They got the fucking adult
Yes.
kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's for sure. That's what brought me back to watch it was the actors who were portraying the kids. Yeah, for sure. Any more left? Or I think we've covered most of them at this point. I think. Eric, do you have any more worst or best or?
I think I Still Know What You Did Last Summer was not good compared to the first.
Okay.
When we're talking about sequels, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I Know What You Did Last Summer was a good slasher. I don't think it was great. It was pretty good. Kind of came on the heels of Scream and so it was good. It was interesting. The sequel was not good. That's a bad sequel. A good sequel for me, I've said it, boring pick, but VHS 2, great sequel. Very good sequel. Probably almost liked it more than the first one, but they're very close.
So I mean that kind of just leaves me to be like how we did with our last episode. We have like our Mount Rushmore of original
sequels.
movies. What is the Mount Rushmore for best horror sequels?
Okay. Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2. You put
It has to. It has to.
Agree. And if any, and I'm going to shut down certain things. this one because I'm going to be very, very particular. But I agree with Evil Dead too.
Doctor Sleep, I do agree with all you guys.
Oh.
It has to go up there too. For the longest time, to wait this long for a sequel and it still fucking like hits. And it's just you can, like you say, you don't have to watch the original. So like it.
No, you do.
You do?
I feel like you definitely have to.
I thought you guys heard. You
You
know.
like it? I feel like you don't.
I feel like it's enhanced if you watch the first,
Agree.
which in my opinion makes it kind of
Agree.
a requirement, in my opinion.
All right, then there's Doctor Strange. No, just
All right, you put
okay. Those are the two.
those are your two. Okay,
Sinister 2.
What else? What do you say?
Josh, you said Sinister 2. I mean, Eric brought it up, but Aliens has to be on there as well.
I argue
Aliens.
that one. I say no.
What? Why?
I say you solely watch that movie not for the horror elements or being a horror movie, but as an action movie.
But it fits the criteria of a sequel to a horror, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely a sequel to a horror, but it is not a horror movie, in my opinion. If you guys beat me, I'm fine with that.
Doctor
The
Sleep
three
is
of
not a
you
horror movie, I
disagree
don't
with
think.
me? Say again?
I don't think Doctor Sleep is also same kind of horror as The Shining. I think it's more thriller.
I think it's hard. He sees the dead.
But Eder put Evil Dead 2, and that's not horror also. I think that's horror comedy.
I don't know.
We have to put Aliens on there, Josh. I think
If you want to put Aliens on there, I'm fine.
we have
My
to
only
do it.
thing is it's not a horror movie.
Neither is Evil Dead 2. That's more comedy than it is horror.
I would say it is. I would say it's more horror than Aliens,
No.
unfortunately.
You were scared more by Evil Dead 2 than Aliens?
I was not scared of Aliens at all.
But were you
I was
scared
more
by...
scared of Alien than I was Aliens.
Well, yeah, I mean, it
Also,
was
I can't.
it was the first
I
one.
saw Evil Dead when I was like 20. When I was like 21, 22. So,
God, man, what are you, like 70 now?
Yeah, that might have diluted the.
that
Yeah.
dilutes the. You're right behind me, Alberto. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my thought. If the three of you guys disagree with me,
I disagree.
we put
100%
I know
I
Eric
disagree.
does.
Well, I'm putting it on there. It feels like it fits the criteria, but I don't take offense, or your take is fine. Like I get it.
I'm fine.
I totally
with
get it. It's
putting on
okay
there.
not to agree with that. I don't think there's a problem. I'm
No,
kind of glad
absolutely.
you didn't, or it would be too easy.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just really tough. And I don't think of Evil Dead as a comedy.
What do you put on? What would you put on there? What's yours?
I agree with Doctor Sleep. I agree with shit. I just had a brain fart. Remind me what was the first one?
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
me, I thought you would probably say Smile too, because you think it's better than the first.
I would put It Follows before Smile and Smile 2. And also before Aliens.
But there's no sequel to It Follows.
I know. Well, yeah, no, you're right.
There
You're
will
right.
be.
There will be.
But there will be.
Yeah.
There will be.
All right, I have a brain fart.
That's
Yeah.
to be determined.
You guys are
I think
fresh.
you're on
I'm
to
getting tired.
Yeah.
I would probably put Smile 2. over
Smile
it.
too. All
I mean,
right.
that's a great pick.
That is
Yeah,
a great pick.
I would.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a good pick, dude.
Exorcist 3, I think, needs to be on that Rushmore. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's one of the best horror sequels, and if there's one movie that I want you guys to watch to walk away with is that movie. I think.
Even the audience should
Mm-hmm.
watch that. Oh, every movie that we mentioned, if they haven't.
Well, don't watch Hellraiser Revelation. Like, don't fucking
I'm
recommend.
talking about the good,
Oh,
not the
okay.
bad.
So don't fucking
No.
make those people watch that.
Hey! I just said that it shouldn't be as low as IMDb puts it on.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a good one. I think if we were to make a collaborative one, I think it should be Evil Dead, Aliens, Doctor Sleep, and Exorcist,
There you go.
and that's it. You know,
Smile too.
Oh yeah, so
Smile 2. Yeah, okay, yeah, put Smile 2 on there. That's good.
No. Let's take it off. Let's do Aliens.
Whoa, we're taking shots.
All right. My bad, Eric.
Well,
I
put
don't
the
wanna
put
go-
the one that Josh.
I have no problem with the objection. I have none. No problem.
Put that-
I know.
would put it on the. I'm saying I would put it on this Mount Rushmore of the pantheon of sequels to a horror movie.
I agree.
To a horror movie.
This is why
But
it's
that's
hard to do. We have to
It's
do our
okay to
own-
not agree. I'm totally fine with it.
Do our own Mount Rushmores next time, like the Kevin Smith.
Well, you were gonna put It Follows on it, so I don't think you should be qualified to make any kind of Mount
Oh, dude,
Rushmore.
I definitely should be smacked in the face for that one.
Yeah.
Well, you're onto it because It Follows. It's unfortunately that movie's taking a back seat because of what we're talking about because there is no sequel to it yet. But that movie is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it is. It definitely is.
So let's hope that the sequel is more like it is in line with like a Smile 2, that type of energy. Like, so let's hope it is.
And I mean, if we were to just kind of top off this podcast, it makes me hope that the Black Phone 2 is good.
Yep.
It's coming out
Yep.
this week, so look, we were at least Edgar and I will definitely be covering that. We watching it and
Already
talking
getting,
about
it's already getting a lot of love.
it. Yeah, so we'll see. Well, maybe Black Phone 2 will be up on that Mount Rushmore. But until then, thank you guys for listening to Show Us Your Basement. I always say this, but we really appreciate it. Once again, follow us on all our socials. It's the same for all of it. Show Us Your Basement. And go watch those other episodes if you're feeling like you're in a spooky mood. We just dropped our last original horror movie to come out episode. That's out right now, so go watch that. Really would appreciate if you did. And is it still okay to say go birds, Eric?
Oh, it's always okay to say go birds, baby.
Well then, shit, go birds.